Today we'll be unboxing the Fractal Design Core 3000 case. The first time I had the pleasure of setting eyes on this case was actually at CES 2011. And it was there that Fractal actually launched a ton of new case designs, including their Core series, the Arc series, and, well, mostly the Core series and the Arc series. The Define XL and the Define R3 were both already on the market at the time, I believe. Yeah, I think so. So, here we go. Fractal Design. Basically, they hit the market with smart designs, good value cases, aimed at a silent PC user. With the Core series, as well as the Arc series, actually, they're getting away from the pure silence image and moving towards a little bit more of the gaming-oriented user. So you want more airflow, you want a more aggressive-looking case as opposed to just clean, sleek lines. Well, then the Core series or the Arc series might be for you. It comes with a user's manual, which comes in a bag, and then it comes with a case. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Once again, we are very used to seeing on Fractal cases just a clean overall aesthetic, and definitely our expectations are met with the Core 3000. So the very front is just a plain perforated grill. The whole front of the case is made up of airflow vents. You can, sorry, I'm undoing these thumb screws on the side panels here, so I'm a little bit distracted, but I'm going to pull off, you know what, here, let's pull off the side panels first. We'll look at the front in a minute, cameraman. So the side panel comes off like that. No noise dampening material on the inside. This is more of a value-oriented case, and it does not have some of the premium features of the Define R3 and the Define XL. Let's have a look at the front. So you can see that there are mounting options for two 140mm fans here in the front. Okay, you can see those there. And you can actually see one of the fans through the front of the case. This, I'm not sure how it comes out, but it couldn't be that complicated to figure out. Probably it comes off like this, I think. Well, you'll have to give me a moment to figure that out. The front of the case has a headphone port, microphone port, hard drive LED, power LED, reset button, power button, and 4 USB 2.0 ports. We've got two 5¼ bays, and then the rest of this is just made up of filtered airflow space, and other than that is very clean, very sleek looking. On the other side, we have mounting holes for a 120mm or 140mm fan positioned over the video card portion of the inside of your chassis. I can go ahead and take that off. See, the inside uses a very standard mounting system for the side panel. And then on the inside, we will find a couple of things. So first, we'll find some accessories. Actually, now I'm being driven crazy by this. Let's go ahead and, oh, there it goes. Okay. So there, that's how to install another fan. Actually, it looks like the bottom one is only 120mm. So this is 140mm, and then the bottom spot holds a 120mm fan. So you can go ahead, that comes with a sleeved cable. Fractal fans are all quite quiet, so even though this is a gamer-oriented case, it does come with the same quiet fans as their Define series. So you can see all of the hard drive mounting cages through here. We are using let's see, 3 here, and then 3 on the bottom. These are all compatible with 3.5-inch and 2.5-inch drives. Also on the inside, we find our accessory box, which includes motherboard screws, cable ties, as well as their PCI-mounted fan controller. We've got one 5¼ to 3.5-inch bay adapter, so if you still use a floppy drive, or if you have a card reader or something like that, you can go ahead and install that in the front. These are the drive sleds I was talking about before, so you can see here the mounting holes, 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2.5-inch drives, or 1, 2, 3, 4 with the rubber grommets for 3.5-inch drives. On the inside of the case, you can see we have room for a standard ATX motherboard. So not a whole lot of extra width, so I wouldn't expect to be installing like a Rampage 3 Extreme or anything like that in this case, but any standard size ATX motherboard will fit in just fine. Speaking of standard size, it does have 7 PCI slots at the back, so once again, you won't be installing any XL-ATX, that is extended length boards, but any normal board will be installed just fine. All of your front panel connectors are here. They are all sheathed in black. So we've got 2 USB. We've got our HD audio for the front panel, as well as our power LED, reset switch, power switch, and all that good stuff. The power supply is bottom mounted. We've got little rubber feet here, as well as a filtered air intake below the power supply. So you'll be able to install your power supply with the fan facing down, which allows it to take in fresh air from under the case rather than taking in hot air from your video card or other components. They've included all of the, whoops, we're still looking here. They've included all of the screw mounting holes, so you can install your power supply right side up or upside down, whichever fan orientation you prefer. We've got a cutout in the back of the motherboard tray, which allows us to install or uninstall the CPU cooler, even if it has a back plate, without taking the motherboard out, as well as up here, okay, yep, we've got 120 or 140 millimeter fan mounts on the top. So you can see it comes with the 140 here, comes with the 120 in the back, and then here you can put either another 140 or a 120 millimeter fan. Because of the clearance around this 120 mil fan, I wouldn't expect to have any difficulty installing one of those pre-done up water cooling kits. So that is definitely a plus, because those can offer an unprecedented balance of silence and performance. Here on the back, you can see they've actually left a fairly decent amount of space between the side panel and the motherboard tray, as well as providing these little loops to attach zip ties to and then clip down your wires to make sure that your cable management stays tidy at the back of the case. And they've included a couple of holes for cable routing, although, as I said before, this is not as premium a case as the Define series, so you don't have the rubber grommets to help them make them look a little bit more stealthy. But I think it is a pretty reasonable compromise to make, considering the price of the Core 3000. Thank you for checking out my unboxing of the Core 3000 from Fractal Design. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos.